Aquarius. It's a quick reading, or 20-minute. I'll try and keep it snappy. Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Two of Pentacles. Juggling something. Maybe you're juggling a lot at the moment, Aquarius, or a couple of ideas. Star. That's your energy. Aquarius energy. So, you could be feeling that way right now, Aquarius, about your life. Wanting more, maybe, out of your life, and also healing. It could be that you are juggling healing with work. Perhaps you're even considering your healing abilities and where to use them. Aquarius, you're the sign of the humanitarian, so you could have found yourself in a position where, or recently got yourself in a position where you're helping others, or wanting to find other ways to use your skills, perhaps even to look into or temperance, Sagittarius energy. So grounding yourself, needing to ground yourself, this could be what you're juggling. The need to heal, the need to maybe do some more self-healing or help heal other people, and perhaps needing to find ways to balance your energy more and ground yourself. Protect your crown chakra perhaps as well. You might be getting more spiritual epiphanies, having a better understanding of your spiritual journey at the moment. Having Temperance Angel here, Five of Swords, also walking away from things that don't serve you, but you know, things that perhaps haven't been for your highest good, and you know, taking with you an understanding of what you had to learn here. Death in your recent past, endings and beginnings, transformation, Scorpio energy. Perhaps some things have ended in your life, which is why you're looking towards doing other things. There could have been a literal death that you know, that you experienced. Could be the ending of take this how it resonates. Something quite as this has appeared in your recent past, I feel as if this is an ending, an ending of something which is allowing you to perhaps work on your healing. This can also mean there are changes afoot, or there have been quite a lot of changes going on in your life that have propelled you forwards. And also with the Seven of Swords here, moving away from things that might have prevented you or held you back from, you know, sticking, or yes, your path, your victory and success. Things that might have held you back from following your, you know, your destined path here. The Six of Wands, which is to, you know, to bring you success, the success that you might be looking for. Now, this could also be public recognition with the star here, the center of your spread, or it could be you also learning that, you know, some things you have to leave and drop in order for you to focus more on the things that are going to bring you much more happiness and abundance, and will affect your future. You also have the Tower, so Queen of Swords, perhaps you're being guarded, perhaps you're learning to set better and healthier boundaries, and this could be something that you've been struggling with, Aquarius. Learning to be able to say no, not, and being able to do that, you know, graciously, you know, without offending anybody. You have the Ace of Wands as well here, and this is suggesting that you are following your passions and you are looking out to the future. You are waiting perhaps for your ships to come in. You know, you're seeing a lot of positivity with regard to your future. Because of changes, maybe endings of cycles, it could even be karmic cycles, With the Ace of Wands here, following your passions, perhaps a shake-up, you know, is going to occur for you as well here with the Tower, which is, again, is Scorpio energy, which represents, you know, certain things that are having to crumble away from your life in order for you to rebuild in certain areas. And I believe these areas are, you know, letting certain things go, things that you know aren't helping you. Perhaps you've been a bit complacent, a little bit lazy. You haven't possibly been grounding yourself enough, and you've been really needing to, you know, balance out your, you know, your earthly matters with your spiritual side. Now, because you have the Queen of Swords here, I wonder if, Aquarius, you've actually started to make, you know, steps in, you know, cutting out things, putting up better boundaries, being able to accept certain things ending so that the new can come in. Also not having particular fear, because if you're going forwards with following your passions, following your path, Six of Wands here, that will lead you to success and possibly even, you know, public recognition here with a star. You know, this can be you. There could be a shake-up going on, and the Tower isn't necessarily a bad thing. The Tower comes in to, if you like, destroy the things which aren't, you know, built on solid foundation, the things that aren't helping you in any way, in order for the new, you know, to come in. And this can feel a little bit unstabilizing. This can, you know, Aquarius, you are a fixed sign, and you're not necessarily one of the 4 fixed signs, along with Taurus, Leo, and where are we? Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. So, you know, there's a lot of Scorpio energy here, and maybe the change you've tried to resist, maybe you've been trying to resist change, Aquarius, but, you know, this spread is already telling me that the change is already here. You could have come into a recent awareness that you need to work on your healing as well. There could be unhealed woundings that you need to address. And this could be to do with boundaries and setting firmer boundaries, making stronger decisions, you know, perhaps from your intellect. This is air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So, you know, you might be applying your intellect in, you know, to your passions, you know, combining, you know, your creativity, your imagination, you know, with your intellect in order for you to be able to communicate better, move forwards. You know, the Eight of Wands popped out earlier, which is about fast communication, which is about you being able to develop and understand that your communication is key in everything you do, and will, you know, bring you success, rewards, possibly, you know, public recognition. You know, being advised to use more logic and structure to increase your success. Queen of Swords, you know, Six of Wands, Ace of Wands, logic and structure. Get more organised, because of, you know, you could find yourself becoming a very compassionate leader in your own field, which could be, you know, happy news coming in. Eight of Wands, you could be receiving some really good news coming in about your career promotions, or any kind of you know, study that you're doing. You know, your well thought out plans are going to go perfectly, and you might well be needing a little bit of a prod or a push to get things going, or just to balance yourself out a bit better. Seek inspiration, perhaps from others. You know, if you're a writer, look at other writers. If you're, you know, working in the healing field, do some research there. Discuss things with like-minded people. You know, show responsibility here. Perhaps you need to go back to study. Princess of Autumn is also about tapping into your sense of humour more, and you know, having a more cheerful approach to everything you're doing, which will help you and bring in, you know, the Six of Wands here, the success that's coming for you and the victory. You know, if you keep following your destined path. You also have the Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius energy, reminding you that any delays that you might have been faced with, which could have been simply, you know, changes that were difficult for you to navigate, as a fixed sign change isn't always easy for you. You know, there's some sudden unexpected good luck could be coming in here, but you have Temperance here, you have 2 Sagittarius energy, and your own Aquarius energy here, you know, suggesting that, you know, good fortune is on the way, you know, could be coming through fast for you. Also, you might be looking at a new car. You might, if you don't drive, you might be wanting to learn to drive. You might be thinking of other means of transportation. You might be considering going on a trip. But, you know, Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favour here, Aquarius. You know, especially if you allow yourself to let go of the old, so that the new can come in, let go of old ways of being, for example, you know, old things that you habitually do. You know, it seems you're walking away from things that don't serve your highest good, but, you know, with the understanding that you're going to have the wisdom and knowledge that you can use, that you can utilise, and that you can, you know, use to your advantage here. So you also have, the advice here is to also be very assertive, Queen of Swords, and this could be something you're working on, how to be more assertive about the things you want, the things you need. You know, the things that drive your passions, 8 of Wands, to, you know, be able to say, you know, directly, speak more directly perhaps, and that might be a challenge for you at the moment. But also be, you know, mindful when it comes to what you know is right. Everything's gonna go your way. You might find yourself working for a whole new company, a different person, or working for someone else. You might find yourself working for somebody that you didn't expect to. Somebody might want to be harnessing your skills, your knowledge, your wisdom, and you might be learning how to assert your needs, you know, here in this equation. So don't be afraid to be assertive here, Aquarius. You know, because you have gifts. And you're being advised to, you know, tune into your more compassionate nature. You know, make use of your accomplishments, your skills, your charisma, you know, all of your gifts. And this could be something you're tapping into, more realising that you are more gifted than you thought you were. And you know, these are skill sets that you need to implement here. So if you feel in a place of indecision at the moment, Aquarius, make the choice that's best for you here, okay? Not people pleasing, not the choice that you think will make you more popular, all that sort of thing. You know, you might be also feeling a little bit trapped between, you know, your intellectual side and your emotional side. This could be why hence you have the 2 of Pentacles, where you might be juggling, you know, what's best, you know, giving things you know, both an intellectual and emotional. You know, this could be trapping you here in your decision making, or it could be making you feel as if decisions are more difficult for you, because you're kind of toing and froing between your intellectual and your emotional needs. Let's see. Oh, that's popped out in the wrong. Yeah, there is a better choice. You might not have been seeing things very clearly, and there's a possibility that you, in your recent past, or you have just realised that you could have been running away from, you know, the truth of any situation, or yourself even. And where you need to have more discernment, more clarity, perhaps you need to get yourself a clear quartz crystal. Carry it around with you. Allow yourself to not to be, you know, get into any state of delusion. You know, perhaps journal from your dreams. You have Maya, Angel Maya. So, yeah, schooling. You had Princess of Autumn, which is also linked with further study, being responsible, schooling and study, further education could help your life's purpose and your personal growth. Now, you'll be guided with this process. Studying something new, studying something perhaps you haven't done before, getting a whole new understanding in a whole new field of work perhaps as well. Perhaps you're walking into a whole different field of work that you haven't been experienced before, and this can be quite daunting, and you might need to do some more research in that area. You also have crystals, so have faith and hope. After just advising you to get yourself some clear quartz crystal, that will give you more clarity. You know, but keep having faith and hope. Your own card popped up, Aquarius, which is also linked to having faith and hope for the future, because there's something positive. You maybe just can't see it yet. There's something positive and new on the horizon for you. You just possibly just can't see it yet, and it could be, you know, looking a little bit far off for you to recognise right now. Yeah, because Aquarius, typically, as your star sign should suggest, the humanitarian of the zodiac, you are a light worker. You're being reminded that God needs you to shine your own divine light and love at this point, like an angel upon the earth and all its inhabitants. And people might be recognizing you now in this way, Aquarius, and seeing that light shine. You could have had some setbacks, you could have had some doubts in yourself, and seeing things more clearly. You know, you could have been in a little bit of denial here about what you're capable of doing. And that's okay. We all have moments of where we lose confidence in what we're doing, lose confidence in ourselves, especially when we have, you know, quite, let's say, dramatic life changes or things that impact our life, and the things become more, you know, can seem a bit cloudy for us. And, you know, you're just being advised that, you know, your divine light is needed right now. And that could be something, you could have found a new area of where you can actually be recognised, where you feel comfortable sharing your skills, your talents, your light. Yeah, as you follow the guidance of your heart, prosperity is coming. So the more you get into what you feel is right for you, the more you listen to your guidance, the more you stay on your, you know, your divine path, and then the more you will discover that, you know, abundance will be coming in for you. More abundance will be coming in for you, Aquarius. And just say yes. So say yes to new opportunities. Say yes to, you know, when you perhaps you have been approached by a new company, or by you have a new job opportunity or a new idea, a new project. You go first. The universe will catch you. So if you've been having some doubts about how things might work out, if you've been having doubts about taking a new path or new direction, Remember, the universe will catch you. Yeah. And you might be, you know, in love. You might be encountering a new romance, or even in a place where you're, you know, rekindling a current love situation. Let go of any control issues. If you are finding yourself in a place where you feel you want to control the direction of your romantic life, let go of these control issues and allow the situation to unfold naturally. Be positive about it, but you know, let things evolve at their own pace. Okay. You're being reminded that divine timing, excuse me, is at work in your love life. So there is no need for you to, you know, let go of control issues here. Let things unfold. You don't have to force or hurry or pressurize or anything like that. Just allow things to take their course. Okay. Yeah. Because of your faith, when you lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. And you could have found that your peace has been recently disturbed, Aquarius, just because of changes that have been going on, and they could have been, you know, you could have found yourself in a position where, you know, change, like a domino effect of change. You know, one thing in your life has changed, and then the domino effect was something else changes something else, and it's a constant. You know, you could have found yourself in a constant state of, you know, change, which can feel destabilizing, but you know, in this spread here, you know, it's positive change that's occurring, endings, beginnings, allowing for the new, endings of old, you know, possibly shaking of your foundation that might have given you, you know, a little sense of insecurity, a lack of confidence, feeling as if, you know, you're just being sort of rug pulled from underneath, but you're okay because these changes have been necessary in order to, you know, for your growth, your spiritual growth, and to push you forwards on your path, 6 of Wands, so that you will receive the success that you have been working towards. And you're also being reminded that your vibes speak louder than your words. So stay in a high vibration. You know, eat well, sleep well, exercise well. You know, make sure you're doing all the things that make you feel good about life. Make sure you get enough, you know, enough balance here as well. This is important for you, Aquarius, to get enough balance going on between, you know, the things that you're doing. You know, keep yourself in a positive vibration as much as you possibly can. And if that's through music, perhaps you play a musical instrument, or you want to start learning something that will, you know, encourage you or help you, you know, to raise your vibration, because you choose to learn through love. And this could be also self-love, loving yourself more so that you have more love for other people, and you can extend that light and love into the world. Yeah, release the old and rest. So again, this is another transformational card about releasing the old, and not to be impatient for the new if the new doesn't look as if it's coming in for you, or it's a process. Let it be, let it go, let it unfold. So there seems that there's a lot of change going on in your life. And also you see things from a higher perspective. We also have temperance, so, you know, see things from a higher perspective. Don't get bogged down in the details, you know, with the details here. You know, perhaps you go to the beach or go and look at a big panorama, landscape, or go and climb a very big hill, and, you know, allow yourself to see things, you know, from a higher perspective. Watch birds, perhaps go out and watch birds in flight. That will encourage you to see things from a higher perspective. Climb a tree. Do something that, you know, encourages you to see from a higher perspective if you're feeling a bit down, when you have down moments, when you're not feeling, you know, very high vibrational. Angels and ancestors for Aquarius. Oh, thank you. Yeah, and be the light. Be the light, because you are a light worker, and God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth. So be the light. Perhaps take a salt bath. Perhaps it would be good for you to cleanse your energy. If you use crystals, cleanse your crystals. Sage, perhaps, might help you as well at the moment. Be the light. Don't dim to fit in. And you're not restricted by your limiting beliefs. And you might have had some very, you know, limiting self-belief. You know, there's almost like a negative self-talk to convince yourself, but you won't be able to achieve certain things. And that's a limiting belief system. You know, when you think anything is really possible, if you set your mind to something, if you invest your time and work diligently towards what it is you want, you know, the world is your oyster. And you're not limited. But you might have been in a place where you had limiting beliefs of yourself and what you're really truly capable of. Yeah, fuck. Shit's about to get real. You need your people around you. Support network your team. If you're feeling a bit sometimes out of sorts, or feeling that you need extra encouragement, so, you know, you need your soul tribe. And if you need encouragement, of course they will help you. So yeah, and don't be shady, because shit could get ugly. So be open, be honest with people, speak your mind, be assertive. There's a big nudge here, Aquarius, for you to be more assertive, not aggressive, of course, but to be assertive and assert your needs, assert what it is you want, you know, out of any given situation. Don't be afraid. See if there's a stone or crystal that can help you right now, Aquarius. What have we got? Oh, rose quartz. Okay, yeah, that will encourage your self-love and will help you with your heart chakra if you've been blocking. Yeah, love life. Now, there could be new or renewed romantic love coming up for you. Rose quartz, keep it by your bed side. Wear some. But that's a crystal that could help you right now. And Apophylite, you need some more support. Your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doorway to abundance of help and opportunities, and this will encourage, you know, support in your life. This could be that you're needing, you know, help from others. This could be support from colleagues and friends. You know, be open, be receptive to support and help. You don't have to do it alone. It will lead you to new opportunities as well. So Apophylite, it's a green crystal. It's a bit like malachite, but it's a bit more clear than that. And rose quartz, of course, which is a pale, very pale pink, quite clear crystal. Will help you right now. I'm going to end your reading, Aquarius, with a goddess guidance. Adoring Virtue Goddess Guidance card. Yeah. And see what you need. Mayat. Fairness. So any situation that you might be involved with in here, a situation that could be challenging you at the moment, will be handled in a fair and just manner. So if you feel as if there's been something where you hasn't been fair on you, or you haven't been even fair on yourself, could be the case. You know, this will all be handled in a fair and just manner, so don't worry. And Freya, Nordic goddess of love, bold, being bold, unleash your adventurous side, take risks and be daring. And this could be that you need to not hold back, take more risks, don't be timid here, Aquarius. Unleash your adventurous side, and you know, I'm not talking about taking reckless risks, I'm talking about taking risks, things that perhaps you haven't done before. Be daring, be brave, be bold, because you could find that wherever you take these leaps of faith, wherever you demonstrate your courage, your adventurous side, then you know this could unleash more opportunities for you. This could bring in rather more opportunities for you, and sort of unleash your kind of inner child as well. You know, your ability to be able to tackle the new more easily. You know, when you're faced with new challenges, perhaps there's things that you want to do that perhaps you haven't done before, you know, which you know you're a little bit timid about doing. So you know, take risks. We're in Aries season right now, which should help. The energy of Aries is bold and ambitious and courageous. So you know, before the month is out, anything that you feel you want to do, you know, that requires you to be a little bit, you know, more brave, you know, take these opportunities, otherwise you might be missing them. Missing out on some things. Yeah, and you're also being reminded that the beauty of your soul is constant, continuous and endless. You know, that isn't going to end, Aquarius. So remind yourself that your soul is beautiful and it's constant and endless. And probably worth celebrating too with the star card here. Anyway, I'm ending a reading there, Aquarius. I'm wishing you all the best. Take lots of care of yourself. Make sure you hydrate and get enough rest, you know, in changing times here. And if you enjoyed, if this reading was helpful, if you enjoyed this reading, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, or share with your friends, or subscribe if you so wish. All the best now. Take care. Bye.